Well, hey family, this is Darlene. I am going to be making some of the gypsy earrings with the little charms that dangle from them. And I'm going to show you how I make my little base right here to hold the earrings, or just the charm part. Have some that are a little bit longer. And I am making a nice number of these to put on my website and also on the fair wholesale platform. Okay, so this is what we do. I've already cut the wire, and I use my little piece right here. This is from, what's those little things called that you use to put on Mod Podge, and it has a little sponge at the end. So what I did is I took the little sponge part off just so I could be able to use this part to create that round part for the earrings, which is this little round part here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the wire. I'm going to wrap the wire around the little wood stick about maybe about here. So around it like that, close it down, and you can see how it's nice and around it. And then I take it and twist it so it'll be nice and tight. The longer part I'm going to turn up so it'll be like this. And then I'm going to take this part and twist it. Just kind of wrap it around. And I don't want it too thick because I'm going to be using some of this part too. So that little extra I am going to clip off. So then I end up with this little part right here. And I'm going to take my pliers. Be sure to smash that little part down here. Oh, that kind of came up like so. And then the wire, I'm going to take the wire and the part that I cut, I want that on the back part. So, and then I'm going to take my fingers, I'm going to pinch it down here, bend it over, and it ends up like this. And then I'm going to take it and wrap it. And there's another way you can do this too. I'm sure you could use like little pliers, you can, but I like the whole handmade look. If you take your pliers, these little things here, you know, and then you do the little generic way that you do it, you take it, bend it back, and you got a perfect circle. I don't like that for my jewelry. I like it to look, you know, literally handmade. So I'm going to take this part, I'm going to clip this because I don't need all the wire. Take it about there. And I'm going to take my pliers to smash that down, that little end part. Nice and in there. I don't feel anything sticking. And then I want to take this part and turn it. Because remember, I'm going to put the jump ring here. So it needs to be able to hang this way. So that's one. And this is really cool, even if you just wanted to make it a really large hoop earring, and then you just got the part and the hoop and however you want to do it. So we'll take the second one and we will put it around the wood stick. And we want to close it over. And then take it and wrap it. And then I want the longer piece up. And then I'm going to wrap the shorter piece. And then I'm going to clip it because I don't need all that wire, because the longer wire is going to be wrapped around there. So I'm going to clip this off. And I'm going to pull this off. Then I want to just close that down good. And I'm going to take the wire because I want to put it on, I want to close it off on the back part, which is right here where I clipped it. So I'm going to pinch it, bend it over like so, and then take it and wrap it. And then I'm going to cut the extra wire off because I don't need all this. Okay. And then take it and just close it right on down on there like that. Give myself a bigger hole by doing that. And then I want to turn it sideways. Match them up. And because they're handmade, they're never going to be perfect. So we got our little base that we want to use. So what I did is I already put together 2 of our little dangle parts for the earrings. So this is all I'm going to do. And it's as simple as a piece of wire like this, where I cut the wire, I rounded it off on the bottom, and then I went ahead and beaded it, and then I just closed it off, and this is what you end up with. And you can make these as long or as short as you want to, or you could just do a whole earring with nothing but charms on it, right? So I am going to uncurl that a little bit, hang it on there, close it off like so. And I hung it on the wrong way because this is the front. So I'm going to have to undo it. And then just do it around this way. And then close it back. Make sure it's closed nice and tight. Okay, so that's that one, and we got that hanging from here. So then what I want to do is the bottom part. I'm going to hang a charm. Let's do one of these. Open it up. Put the little charm on there. Close it back up. Make sure it's closed nice and tight. So we got that part so far. Okay, so for this one, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just hang some charms from it. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this part though. Get our charms on it and just get it ready. Okay, So we'll hang this one on here. And we'll close it off, make sure it's nice and closed. And then we're going to take this part, make sure we hanging it this way, and then we'll close it off. Okay, so that's that. And then we want to pick through a couple of charms to see which charms we want to hang on it. And I might do these. I need to make up some more charms too. So I'm going to do probably these. And how about the red on the other side? And that's how we'll do it. And we're going to need to use our jump rings. So we'll take a jump ring. And I'm using the bigger ones only because it just looks a little better and it hangs, the bead or charm hangs lower than if I were to use the really small jump rings. So if I use a bigger one, they hang further down, which is, I like that. So we are going to do the other one. And we'll hang it on the opposite side. Be sure to close it off really good. And we got that. And you can see with this earring how we can put even more charms on here if we wanted to. You could put you can put a couple of, you know, the beaded parts on here if you want to. I mean, you could just really jazz it up as long as you don't make it, you know, too heavy. That's why you want to use beads that are like maybe 4 to 6 millimeter. Just the smaller beads, which is what these are. So we don't want them, you know, too big because we don't want them heavy on the ears. That's like even with this one, this earring, even though it has a nice amount of beads on it, it's still really light. And it's light because the beads are small. They're like 4 millimeter, 6 millimeter. This one might even be at what, 3 millimeter? So this one is 2 or 3 millimeter. That's real teeny. You know, you want them really small, small as you can get them. So let's do this. So we want to hang these on the opposite side. So this one, we'll do the red bead, red glass bead. Hang it on this side. Okay, that's that one. I hope you guys had a really nice weekend. Mine was like really busy, and I always have a whole lot to do. I know yesterday at service, the minister he did a breakdown, which he always does, did a breakdown of how much time you have in a day. And, you know, if you work a job, you get 40 hours, sometime plus, you know, how many hours you sleep, how many hours you take, you know, cleaning yourself up, how many hours you take. The end result came out to be, you know, how much ever time you have left in a day, you know, what exactly do you do with that time, right? And he was basically saying how much of that time do you give to God, or do you give towards maybe the work of God or anything that has to do with your spirituality, right? And for me, my thought was, you know, I thank God for allowing me to be able to know how to balance my time in the sense of not only reading, because I'm a reader, I'm an avid reader. I enjoy reading. I always have. When we were younger, it was required reading just to be in the car with my mother. So we used to go on like a lot of road trips. I mean, like truly days we would be on the road driving to different places. And when you were in the car, you had to read. If you were just going to the store with my mother and you were in her car, that was, required reading. And from that, I am a avid reader. I enjoy reading, right? Um, but he was asking, well, we need to evaluate ourselves and see how much time we spend with the Lord, be it meditation, be it reading, be it fasting, whatever it is. And I just thought to myself, while he was saying that, I would hope that God is pleased with me. And as I sat there and evaluated myself, I thought to myself, well, I am a good steward of my time. And I thank the Lord for that. Is there areas where I can do better? Absolutely, positively. But I think I'm going to put a couple more charms on here because I like it kind of full. So I thought to myself, yeah, positively, absolutely, we can all, do a little bit better with our time. So I thought it was a pretty, enlightening message on yesterday, which made a whole lot of sense when we evaluate our own selves as it relates to our spirituality. Now, see, these are really cute. That's just really simple, easy, straight to the point. Dangle earrings, just your gypsy, boho, whatever you want to call them. But I think what I'm gonna do is put another charm on here. How about we do this? How about we do this one? Put one of these on here. Just nice and gathered. Yeah, even like with that, see that's well, that when I put that on, it hides all the others. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this one back off and then probably do something smaller because I can see that's hiding everything and that's not what we want. So we'll try one of these, one of the smaller ones, close it off. Yeah, that's better. I like these little earrings. So let's do, if we got another one, and if we don't have another one exactly like that one, that is absolutely fine. What we do though, I was just going to use something different. I mean, that's what makes them very unique within themselves anyway. When they're just kind of different, they really don't have the same beads. So let's do, let me see what side did I hang this one on. So it'll be the opposite side of the red. So it'll be on this side. Okay, and that's that. Simple, easy. And I know that there are some, those are really pretty. Those are really pretty. Just really pretty, straight to the point. I know there are some die hard. I'm taking all my supplies with me to my grave. Jewelry makers. Okay. I know that there are different supplies and different things that you could buy in order to make jewelry and, make it simpler for your process. I know that. I even know that outside of this wood stick, there is something that you can use to make a perfect circle. But for me and my mindset, I don't need it if I have a dollar stick. I actually bought 6 of these with these had the little sponge on the end for the Mod Podge stuff or like paint or whatever. I forget what you call them, but it was 6 in a bag and I paid $1 for them. And I bought them because I wanted the sticks. I knew that I could use the stick to do what it is I wanted to do with the circles. So why would I pay $20 or $30 for, a tool when I really don't need it? It's like I've just never been a waster of money like that. And if the wood stick works, then by all means, I'm going to use the wood stick. And the wood stick, you could tell it's not going to break. It's not going to do anything. So it just makes sense, for me and the way that I do it. And I always call myself a bootleg jewelry maker because I don't use all those tools and all that stuff. And, I'm cool with the way I make my jewelry. I like the way it turns out. I'm pleased with it. And today, I thank God, up to this date, I haven't had, complaints. When people buy it, they're happy with it. I have a lot of repeat customers, like, for years. I mean, that's good stuff right there. And I try to make, not try to, I make quality products. And that's like in the other video where I was talking about the necklace, and the closure. I would never sell like something like that to a person knowing that they're going to have difficulty after they purchase. So it comes from me. I ship it to you. So I'm knowing before I ship it to you that you can't close it. You're going to have a problem opening and closing it. Just whatever the situation was with the necklace, that don't rest right in my soul. It may rest right with somebody else, but it don't rest right in my soul. And if I can't make quality and make it to where it leaves for me, I ship it to you, and you open it, open the box, you look at the jewelry, you examine it. Because I do that. I examine. As soon as I get something, I'm opening and I'm like, man, I hope it's what I'm thinking that it is. And I will get responses from, or replies or feedback from customers that say that it is far beyond what I thought it was going to be. And that pleases me, and I like that. And I like to do quality. I like to make it the best that I possibly can. I was gonna say this too, and then I'm gonna let y'all go. Because y'all know I didn't come here for no sermon, and y'all didn't come in here one. But anyway, I was gonna say this. I know that a lot of you that probably make jewelry, that you don't make jewelry to sell the jewelry. Um, I'm smart enough to know and understand that part. Everybody don't make jewelry to sell jewelry. I know that. But have you ever thought about all that jewelry that you make, that maybe you can donate some really nice pieces to cancer patients, to women who are in remission? Because, a lot of times when they have to cut their hair off, there is nothing like a beautiful piece of jewelry, like earrings or necklaces or, bracelets or anything that makes them feel a little better. Not trying to downplay that experience for anybody, but I have people in my family that have experienced that, and I have given them jewelry, necklaces, and they wear that stuff proudly, especially when they have to shave their hair off, right? A beautiful necklace or a really pretty piece of earrings. And it doesn't even have to be that population of our citizens. It can be domestic violence programs or agencies where women, flee a different situation and they go for job interviews, or, they go to church, worship service, or, that type of thing. So maybe even consider that type of place to donate some pieces to, and they'll gladly accept them. They will gladly accept them. So it's not a point of, saying, hey, sell it, sell it. Well, no, it ain't that. If you're not selling it, you're just not selling it. I happen to be a person that make and sell. That's just me. And a lot of others on here make and sell. That's what we do because we like it. But if you're not that person where you make it to sell it, you can always donate it. You can always donate it, and they'll accept it. So whatever city and state that you live in, just kind of do some research and find out domestic violence shelters, or even agencies where they just have clothing for people to come to get like for interviews, or anything, like free clothing or whatever. I think that would be a really cool way, to get to donate to individuals who may need them and stuff. But anyway, today is Monday. Y'all know I got to clock in at 10:30. I was trying to get this video done because I've been making these gypsy earrings over the weekend, and then I was working on some other stuff, and I had a bunch of errands and stuff to do, run around. Took that stuff back. Actually, I took 2 items back to be shipped back to 2 different vendors on Amazon. I had ordered this really pretty black dress, very fitting, just real pretty, but it was just a little bit too tight in the hips. So I said, well, then I thought to myself, okay, well, I can go ahead and do my little fasting, keep doing my little workout, and I can get in. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm going to send that dress back because that will put pressure on myself, to do even more than what I'm doing. So I said, well, nah, I'm not going to do that. So the dress went back, and then the beads that I bought, that went back too. So had a pretty busy weekend. But anyway, Darlene Knight for Jewelry by BDK. Thanks for hanging around with me. Thank you for being a part of this little circle we got going on. And if you're new to the circle, we welcome you. We welcome you. And I hope you pick up some pretty good pointers. I am going to do a couple more videos that are tutorial videos, like for the YouTube channel banner. I'm going to do a quick little Canva tutorial for that. And then I'm also going to do like for those of you who may not have a website, and you may want a website, maybe just a one-pager. You can put a couple of items up on the page, and you know, that's all there is, there ain't no more, and then change the pictures out as you go along. You don't have to have it very extensive like how I have with mine. I'm going to do a Wix.com tutorial just to kind of show you how you can go through and pick out a template, how you can upload your pictures, how you can just change it. Very simple, very easy. And if you want to buy a domain name, you could buy your domain name and you can connect it, or you don't have to buy a domain name and connect it. You don't have to do any of that. And those are some things I'm working on in addition to my Facebook Live platform. I mean, format. I'm still working on that, getting that together and stuff too. So that's going to be coming soon. But anyway, Darlene Knight for Jewelry by BDK. Guess what, y'all? We'll talk soon.